everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at SeaWorld Orlando, and we're here to kick off summer with their Electric Ocean event. And they do this event every summer. They have specialty shows for this event. They have fireworks for this event. They have some specialty food. So we're gonna check it all out here at SeaWorld. Let's go. Now, one thing that I really enjoy about summertime in Orlando is that the parks stay open late. SeaWorld is open, I believe, probably till like 9 or 10 most nights. So again, check that park calendar before you come. I know the first couple weeks in June, I think the Electric Ocean event only goes on the weekends. But then once like the middle of June hits, it's every single day all the way through like the beginning of August. And then it switches back to weekends all the way up until Labor Day. So just check that park calendar for when you're coming. But what I really like about it staying open late is that once it gets dark, which again, it's a lot later in the summer, you can ride the roller coasters in the dark. And that's one of my favorite things to do. So if you like roller coasters and thrill rides, stay late and ride these things at night. This is a lot of fun. We're looking at the Manta Coaster right now. It just went by a little bit right before I started filming. But on this coaster, you kind of lay on your stomach and fly through the air like you are a manta ray, like a stingray in the ocean. So this is a pretty cool ride. All right, we're gonna move around and check out what's going on for the Electric Ocean event. All right, I'm heading into the waterfront area of the park, and they have the Electric Ocean sign up, so let's head on in. Okay, so I came here to the Electric Eats booth. It is right outside of the Nautilus Theater, which I'll talk to you about in a little bit about what's going on inside there. But they have empanadas, and they also have a beef skewer, and a chicken one as well. But I got the beef and cheese empanadas, and I got some avocado on top. The avocado was optional. But they had beef and cheese or chicken and cheese, and then like I said, they had a beef skewer or a chicken skewer. So 2 empanadas for $10.99. So it's a little pricey, but let's see. They look pretty big. Let me give them a taste. So here's the inside. It's a nice seasoned beef. It's pretty tasty. I don't know that I'd get them again, but this is like one of the few things I could find for exactly Electric Ocean. They don't have a lot of specialty food. They did have some New Orleans Beignets back at the front, which I think I'll wind back and get some of those for dessert after a while, but there's not a whole lot of just food for Electric Ocean. So just know when you're coming, if you want something specific to Electric Ocean, this is the only booth I could find with food. Maybe next time I'd get the beef or chicken skewer. The beef and chicken skewer were more like $20, but it did come with like rice and veggies, I think. So it was more of a full plattered meal. So it's okay. Keep in mind though, SeaWorld does have a ton of quick service restaurants, and they do all day dining. So if you're coming all day during the summer, it may be better to do that versus just come for Electric Ocean food. It might be more worth your money. And I will attach my video about all day dining into this video so you can see that. Okay, so here in the Nautilus Theater, they house the Elmo Rock Show. It's right over here is the entrance. And this only goes on in the summertime. So this is a great show. It's indoors. If your kids like Sesame Street, Elmo, any of the gang, they're gonna be in here. And it's a great way to beat the heat, I guess. So planning a trip to Orlando in the summer, it's very hot here. You're gonna have to pace yourself. So if you're planning an all-day trip to SeaWorld, coming in the morning and staying all the way till close and experiencing Electric Ocean, you're gonna wanna do some things that are indoors. So planning time to go in here and cool down with Elmo and friends would be a great thing to do. And this is again part of the Electric Ocean event. There is a Sesame Street area here at SeaWorld. It's phenomenal. And I'll link that video below too, so you can see the Sesame Street area. If you are coming with young kids, it's gonna be something you're definitely gonna wanna check out while you're here. So this poster shows us exactly what they have in the evening time. We are gonna go to the Rescue Tales Night Vision. We went to the regular Rescue Tales last year, and that's on last year's Electric Ocean video. And this is the first year they're gonna have the night vision in the evening, so I'm excited to see that. We're gonna check out the Electric Current, the Club Sea Glow, and we're gonna stay for the fireworks as well. So the evening time is when all of this stuff happens in the park only on the Electric Ocean night. So again, that's why you're gonna wanna check that park map and make sure Electric Ocean is going on the date that you're coming. For most of the summer, it will be every night, but for parts of the summer, it's only gonna be weekends. So just double check that. But if you wanna come all day, we're here by the Mako roller coaster now. There's tons of roller coasters at this park. I think there's 4 altogether. The Sesame Street area for kids, there's 2 water rides here, and there's shows. There's the orca encounter, there's the dolphin show, there's a sea lion and otter show, so there's tons of stuff to see. Plus there's tons of great animal encounters up close, so you can definitely make SeaWorld an all-day excursion for your family. There goes Mako now. it for you. Now, also, along with summer being so hot and wanting to take a break in the day with indoor things, we also get some very strong thunderstorms typically every afternoon in the summer. Between 4 and 5 to 6, that's our prime time of that. So if you're staying at a hotel close by, you may want to take an afternoon break and, you know, rest in the hotel, relax, beat the heat, beat out the storms, and after the storms, come back and enjoy Electric Ocean. But if you are planning to stay in the park all day, plan for that and plan to take cover if the storms do arise. And bring rain gear, bring ponchos, umbrellas, because you will need them. It happens every day in the summer almost. If it doesn't happen, you're kind of lucky, but then you're not really lucky because it's super hot. So just know to plan for that as well. I am currently inside the Voyager Smokehouse restaurant, just for it being a little cooler indoors, but right outside they have a little stand called the New Orleans Beignets, which is for Electric Ocean. So I got the Nutella Beignets. I'll show them over here and make you see the chocolate sauce on them. They also have Bananas Foster Beignets or Dulce de Leche, or you could probably get them just plain with powdered sugar if you'd like as well. So we're gonna give these a taste. All right, these are pretty good. They're hot and fresh and warm, so that makes them soft and gooey. They're really good with the chocolate sauce. They're really sweet. So I highly recommend these here at SeaWorld. We're now gonna head into the Seaport Theater, which is right next door to where we are, and see the the Rescue Tales.
As SeaWorld is proud to present Rescue Tales Night Vision.
Hello everybody, now my name is JoJo and this is Jillian and Christian, and we work for a company called Conservation Ambassadors. And we're actually based out of California, and what it is we do at our center is we give a home to rescued wildlife. Either animals that have been injured somehow and can't be set free back out into the wild, those animals are sent to us at our center. Or other times we have a big problem, especially here in the United States. We have a problem with people trying to make pets out of wild animals. That never ever works. It's also against the law, and those animals are taken away and sent to our center as well. Now what we do is give these animals lots of love, lots of attention, and lots of food. And the animals that we can, we train to travel, going mostly to school groups, giving us a chance to share some amazing rescued wildlife up close and personal. Now, we've been partnering with SeaWorld over the last 26 years, and we've gotten to witness some of the amazing rescue work that SeaWorld's done. And since SeaWorld first opened their gates, they have rescued and released over 40,000 animals. That definitely deserves a round of applause. But tonight's show is different. Tonight, we're sharing animals that show their true colors under the cover of darkness. There's a whole world of activity that comes alive at night, and to show that, we brought some of our nocturnal friends for you to meet. Is the Gila Monsters. Now, this little critter came to our center because there was a couple that was driving home in the middle of the Arizona desert, in the middle of the night, and they happened to see this creature walk across the road, and they decided to stop and recklessly scoop her up and try to smuggle her back into California. And they were caught at the agricultural station between the border of Arizona and California with this girl riding in a bin on their dashboard. I mean, people are silly. And she was taken away, but because they wouldn't release the location of where they found her, she couldn't be released back out to the wild, which is why she's with us at our center. Now, Gila Monsters. Their venom in that mouth is not usually fatal to humans. In fact, the biggest problem you'll usually have if you get bit by a Gila Monster is getting them to let go. Because these creatures, they don't inject their venom through hollow fangs like snakes do. Instead, she'll bite down. She'll work her jaws back and forth until the venom in her saliva seeps into her prey, and eventually she can make a meal out of it. Pretty cool. Now, this is a true survivor though. This animal can survive for 6 months with no food and no water, only using that fat storage deposit in her tail for energy. And she only comes out in the cover of darkness when all the other animals in our southwestern deserts are more active. That's when she goes out looking for her food. Now, there's a lot of rumors about Gila Monsters, like they can leap up and breathe venomous gas into your faces. That's just not true. This slow-moving, heavy-bodied, mild-mannered creature really isn't so monstrous once you get to know her. That's little Sma.
This is Archimedes. And who is she? Who? I'm just kidding. That is my only owl joke. You're right. Archimedes is our great horned owl, and she gets her name for these beautiful feather tufts on the top of her head. Now, owls are perfectly set up to hunt and fly at night, and they have a couple adaptations that help them out with this. Number one is those eyes. Her eyes are so good at seeing in the dark that if we took out all the light in this room, just made it so completely dark that you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face, and we put out one little candle of light, that one tiny candle would be enough for her to see about as well as we can see right now. But those eyes have a problem. They are so big and so fixed in her little owl skull that they are actually stuck facing completely straight forward. So if she wants to look to the left, she has to turn her whole head to the left. And if she wants to look to the right, she's got to turn her whole head to the right. Yeah. Now, she can actually turn her head how far around? Almost all the way around, about 270 degrees. It's not like their cartoon. She can't go around and around and around. If she tried, her head would probably pop right off. But she can do those 270 degrees. Now, the other thing that helps Archimedes out at night is in her wings. Her wings have specialized feathers called comb feathers that actually break up the wind and give her perfectly silent flight. Now that helps in a couple ways. Number one is when she's up in the sky hunting at night, she's not just looking for food, she's listening for food. And if she's up in the air going flappity flappity, she's not going to hear all those little rodents scurrying around on the ground. And the second way it helps is those little rodents will never hear her coming, and she can swoop in and make a sneak attack. So if she hears or sees a mouse or rat on the ground, she will dive down and use 600 pounds per square inch of crushing pressure to grab it and make it her meal. And an owl this size can eat about 3 to 5 small rodents a night, making them extremely important in the cycle of nature. These guys help keep us from being overrun by the rodent world. Now, Miss Archimedes here was flying free until about 10 years ago when she made a very big mistake. She accidentally flew in front of a car, and although that person tried to stop, they couldn't, and they accidentally hit this poor bird, crushing her left wing. Now, because birds' bones are hollow, they often don't heal quite right. So even though this person scooped her up and took her to the UC Davis Raptor Center, they saved her life, but they did not save her gift of flight. She just has a slight bend in her left wing that does make it unable to fly. She can fly just a bit, but not enough to survive in the wild. So instead, she was sent to us at our center. Now, I think she's absolutely beautiful, but these colors of hers are for the opposite of showing off. If you were to put her up against an oak tree, she would blend in perfectly, completely invisible and camouflaged for life in our woods. That is Archimedes, our
All right, guys, so we made it over here to Club Sea Glow. This is on the Bayside Stadium stage. It's a big dance party. So it's pretty fun, and we're waiting for the fireworks, which are going to go off here in a little bit, right over the lagoon. everyone. I had a really awesome time here at SeaWorld's Electric Ocean. I really enjoyed the Rescue Tales show, and I love those 360 fireworks. Those were totally grand. So if you can come out to SeaWorld this summer, stay at night so you can check out the stuff for Electric Ocean. If you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And also subscribe on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. CFL Park Hopper on all three. Thanks for watching.